You've tried everything. You've followed the strategy, the checklist, the routine. You've pushed harder, worked longer, forced every door, and still nothing moves. Your messages are left unseen. Your work gets ignored. Your plans fall apart, and the world tells you, keep going. Don't stop. Push more. But what if the reason nothing works is because you're moving when life asks you to be still? We live in a time where stillness feels like failure. Silence feels like weakness. Doing nothing feels like giving up, but in Taoism, stillness is not idleness, it's intelligence. When a lake is stirred, the mud clouds the water. When it's still, the reflection returns. The Tao says, when you stop trying to control the river, you begin to understand where it wants to flow. So when nothing seems to work, perhaps it's not the world that's broken, but your rhythm. Let's discover the 5 Taoist lessons on stillness when nothing seems to work. Lesson 1. Stop stirring the water, let the mud settle. Lao Tzu said, only in stillness can the mud settle, and the right action arise by itself. When you keep reacting, fixing, forcing, solving, you're stirring your own chaos. Sometimes, life doesn't need your interference, it needs your quiet. Try this. Instead of rushing to fix what's unclear, sit with it. Let the emotions, the confusion, the noise settle in the silence that follows. The path ahead often reveals itself, softly. Lesson 2. Action from stillness is stronger than endless motion. Taoism never tells you to do nothing. It teaches you to act only when the time is ripe. The archer doesn't shoot while trembling. He waits until his hand is steady. Stillness is that steadiness. It's where your action becomes precise, not frantic. When you pause before acting, you don't waste energy fighting what's not meant to move. You move once, and the world moves with you. Lesson 3. Silence is the teacher you keep ignoring. The modern mind fears silence. We fill it with noise, advice, podcasts, notifications. But Taoism says, silence is not emptiness. It's the space where truth whispers. When nothing works, try not to seek more answers. Listen instead. Silence doesn't always give you solutions. It gives you clarity. And from clarity, action becomes natural again. Lesson 4. Yin, the power of the receptive. The Tao is both yin and yang. Yang moves, yin receives. And most of us are trapped in perpetual yang, always moving, pushing, striving. When nothing works, it's often because you've exhausted your yang and forgotten to receive. Yin is the sacred pause. It's letting opportunities come to you because your energy is calm enough to hold them. In stillness, you stop chasing and begin attracting. Lesson 5. The still point, where you become one with the Tao. There's a point within you, deeper than thought, beyond emotion, where all movement ceases. That's the still point, the place where you stop asking, what should I do? And start realizing what's already unfolding. The Tao lives there, in the quiet, patient awareness that observes all things yet controls none. When nothing works, return to that still point. Because from there, life begins to move again, naturally. Maybe you're in a chapter where nothing moves, no matter how much you push. If so, stop pushing. Not in surrender, but in sacred trust. Be still enough to listen. Be patient enough to wait. Be wise enough to let the mud settle. Because when you stop fighting the stillness, you'll realize stillness was never your enemy. It was your teacher. When nothing is done, nothing is left undone. Lao Tzu.